Hello everyone, welcome to Tech with ViBha channel. And today I'm going to start a new series on SecOps. And we are going to discuss what are the goals, components, and why it's needed in today. And today is the day one of SecOps series. And once again, welcome to the channel. So, if you are a ServiceNow developer, an admin, or someone who wants to break into cybersecurity operations space, you are in exactly the right place. So this is beginning of our brand new series, SecOps, Vulnerability Response and SIR, the most hands-on, practical and career-focused SecOps series on YouTube for ServiceNow professionals. So here, what makes this series different is like every session is packed with real concepts. I'll show the live PDI demos and the kind of context you are only get on actual client projects, and you will going to understand the why. That means not just the how. We explain why each feature exists and how it maps to real enterprise scenarios. And here is this is the career relevant, which you can even check or verify anywhere. Like SecOps is one of the fast growing areas in ServiceNow, and banks, financial institutions, and manufacturing companies are actively hiring for the skill set. And again, hands on from day one itself. So I'm the one will be sharing the screen throughout, walking you through configurations on a live PDI. Okay, the full series covers all four SecOps modules. One is vulnerability response, security incident response, threat intelligence, and configuration compliance. So hit subscribe, ring the bell, and let's get started. And today, day one, I'll be covering basically it's an introduction, right? What is SecOps? And I'll be explaining like its definition, why SecOps was introduced in ServiceNow, the main or the three higher level goals of SecOps, and core components of SecOps, why SecOps is needed in today's world. And we're also going to discuss SecOps versus traditional Security Operations Center, SOC. And we will be overviewing of the four SecOps modules as well. All right, let's get started. First of all, let me introduce you to SecOps, what it is, why it's needed, and all the important background before we get into any actual configuration. So, if you see on the screen, I just gave the definition, right? What is SecOps? SecOps is a collaboration specifically between the ITOM or IT operations team and the security team. Now, why was SecOps introduced in ServiceNow in the first place? Because if you see, or if you are already working in any organization or any company, there will be two teams were working in complete silos. That means there were no transparency between them, zero transparency between them. So the security team was doing its own thing and IT operation team was doing their own thing, and nobody really knew what was happening on the other side. That that is exactly why SecOps was introduced, so that both teams can collaborate together, identify vulnerabilities, catch threats, and protect the organization's assets. That is called CMDB assets, network devices, and servers. If you see you can check for the formal definition. You can note it down for further use as well. Okay. Now you got the like what is SecOps, why SecOps is introduced, right? So let me go for higher level goals of SecOps. First goal, increase the visibility of security infrastructure. If you think about a large financial institution, for example, a bank, okay, there will be multiple hierarchy, right? there will be multiple hierarchy. So there will be multiple hierarchy levels. The people at the top, like Chief Information Security Officer, CISO, we call, often have zero visibility into what's happening with vulnerabilities at the ground level. Okay, so SecOps solves this by creating dashboards accessible to all hierarchy levels. The CISO can log in and immediately see all vulnerabilities across every CMDB asset, applications, network devices, servers, everything can be tracked. And with newer releases, Gen AI and AI agents have been introduced in SecOps, which automatically summarize security incidents and even suggest remediation steps. So, we'll go this goals one by one as well. Okay. And if you go to goal 2, here we are increasing by introducing the SecOps, we are increasing the transparency between the teams. Before SecOps, when a vulnerability was missed, teams would obviously blame each other, right? The security team blame the CMDB and the CMDB blame the security team. There will be like complete mess. Now SecOps brings complete transparency. Now you can trace exactly what went wrong, missing CI field, misconfigured integration, scheduling gap without any blame game. Management at every level gets weekly updates on what vulnerabilities were found, what CIs are impacted, and what is being remediated. Okay, and if you move to goal 3, okay, management buy-in and roadmap. So this ensures management at all levels is aligned on the security roadmap. Out of the box dashboards, reports, and notification bridge the gap between management and the security operation team on the ground. So basic components of SecOps is early detection and prioritization. What SecOps how SecOps help is it detect the vulnerabilities before they are exploited. Just remember this highlighted thing, before they are exploited. Okay, whether it's a tiny network device, a specific IP address, or a critical application, every vulnerability is detected early and prioritized for remediation based on the severity. So this improves the productivity of both the security team and IT operations. And if you go with the other component, security improvements alongside DevOps. SecOps works alongside DevOps processes as well. This is informational purpose. We are not going to deal on the DevOps or showing any demonstration on the DevOps. It's information, like the operational aspects of both are tightly integrated, ensuring security is considered at every stage of development lifecycle. So till here we have covered basic components of SecOps and the goals and what is SecOps. Now we are let me define you very clearly why SecOps is needed. Okay, so day by day technology is growing, right? More applications, more data, more users, and with that growth comes more attackers using more creative methods, right? The attack surface keeps expanding. Organizations need a robust security process that can prevent attacks during application deployments to production, detect vulnerabilities early, and prioritize remediation. It also spreads security awareness across the organization and ensure every tool adoption considers the security perspective. So when you deploy any application to the production environment, attackers are watching for vulnerabilities in that deployment window. SecOps catches these before attackers do. Okay, there is also the issue of speed and tool adoption. We download application without thinking about security, right? So a tool might be fast and useful, but I mean, if a tool might be fast and useful but compromised in the background, that means security perspective. So SecOps spread awareness about these risks. Okay, so let's again dive into what is SecOps versus traditional SOC. Okay, so a traditional SOC analyst had to go to each third-party security tool manually, export data to Excel, check everything one by one, track every finding manually. That is incredibly really like time consuming and error prone, right? If you go in SecOps in ServiceNow is completely different. It comes pre-integrated with third-party tools. You install a plugin, configure a schedule, and data flows automatically. Everything is automated, tracked, and visible in one place. That is the core value. It eases the job, increases the transparency, and enables a full automation. Right? So this is the main difference between SecOps in ServiceNow and versus traditional SOC. Okay, and the four modules of SecOps. Okay, vulnerability response, which track and manage vulnerabilities in systems and infrastructure, and security incident response, manage the lifecycle of security incidents. Threat intelligence, proactively identify and act on non-threats. Configuration compliance, ensure systems meet security configuration benchmarks. Okay, we are going to cover these four modules of SecOps in this complete series, and we'll check each application or each module of SecOps and its configurations, everything by installing plugin to configure their configuration modules as well. Okay, so if I want to summarize, we have gone through SecOps definition, which is a collaboration between IT, ops, and security teams. And we have also seen why SecOps was introduced to end siloed working, right? And we also discussed the three goals. One is visibility, transparency, and management buy-in. And other two components is early detection, security plus DevOps integration, right? And we also discussed why SecOps is needed in today's threat landscape, right? And we have gone through SecOps versus traditional SOC and what are the four modules we are going to discuss in this playlist, right? In day 2, I'll begin the hands-on on vulnerability response setup. That means installing how to install plugins, NVD integration, setup assistance, and CI lookup rules. Have your PDI ready. And please like, comment, and subscribe to ServiceNow channel Tech with ViBha. Thank you.